Now let's talk about China. Its struggling economy has taken another victim. After jobs, housing and the stock markets, luxury retailers are suffering because the sales of luxury goods are down. And the drop is so significant that retailers are blaming China publicly for the falling sales. This week, LVMH released its results. This is the company that owns brands like Louis Vuitton and Dior. It's the world's largest luxury group. LVMH revenues from Asia are down. In the first half of this year, they dropped by 14%. And one big reason for this is China. Chinese consumers are not spending enough, not as much as they used to on luxury items. And LVMH is not the only one at the receiving end. Hugo Boss is also struggling in China. They say the Chinese market, and I'm quoting, is particularly challenging today. British fashion brand Burberry is not mincing words either. Burberry sales in China have dropped by 21%. The brand says the Chinese market has been quote-unquote weaker than we expected. They say consumer confidence is deteriorating. Swiss watch brand Swatch has the same view. It has seen a 14% drop in overall sales. It says the Chinese market won't improve anytime soon. In fact, I have a quote from the company. It says the Chinese market will remain challenging for the entire luxury goods industry until the end of this year. So the trend is quite clear. China is the world's second largest economy. It is a big market for luxury products. Close to 35% of all luxury goods made in the world are bought by the Chinese, 35%. But the people of China aren't buying as much as they used to now. What explains this dip? One reason being given is the state of the Chinese economy. It remains gloomy, growth is down, unemployment remains high. Earlier this month, Beijing admitted that it faces some significant economic challenges.
The main issues are insufficient effective demand, difficulties in business operations for some enterprises, and financial difficulties in some localities. This indicates that our economic recovery is not yet strong enough, and there are differentiation phenomena among different regions, industries, and enterprises. In the next step, we must promote sustained economic recovery and improvement, achieving more balanced, inclusive, and comprehensive development.
There are financial difficulties in some localities. The people of China are certainly feeling it, so they want to hold on to their savings. By the end of 2023, Chinese households had 138 trillion yuan in banks. That's almost 20 trillion US dollars. It's not a small number at all, 20 trillion US dollars in banks. When people keep so much money in banks, they're usually worried about the future. They want to save more and spend less, especially on non-essential goods like luxury. So this could be one of the reasons. But it's not even half the story. Because beneath this data, China is witnessing a cultural shift as well. Increasingly, luxury products are being frowned upon. Luxury shaming is on the rise in China. A recent report by Bain & Company referred to this trend. They studied the state of luxury shopping in China, and this is what they found. People are increasingly ditching luxury goods because it gives you a bad rep. People are now hesitant to buy or flaunt luxury products. And this trend is courtesy their president, Xi Jinping. He launched a campaign against wealth disparity. He is known to dislike public displays of wealth, and he's making a push for austerity by issuing diktats like this one. It came out last year. There was a crackdown on Chinese bankers. They were told to not wear expensive clothes or watches. They were asked to rein in expenses on things like travel and entertainment. That's where it started, the luxury shaming in China. And now it's spreading across the society. This is obviously bad news for luxury brands because such purchases are to maintain or secure a status. These goods are aspirational. People like to show them off. These brands symbolize prosperity, a higher social status. In China, they can put a target on your back now. This should explain the sliding sales.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.